about to leave. Already packing, come with me. I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know.
Hello! Welcome to the brand new JakeSusLive Podcast. We are here today presenting the podcast of all things. So, here we go. This is going to be a weekly thing. We're going to have a weekly podcast, as I said, every week for the next, God knows, 20 weeks. It depends where we are at the time. But, yeah, we have been joined by some special guests today, and we will be joined by some special guests every week. But today we've got 3 absolute class guests. So, here they are now. Why does that look? Oh, yeah, because it's, right, I need to go there. Right. Brilliant. First up, we have got business and fashion model Chloe Wade.
Thanks for that, Jake. Woo! Hi, everyone.
Are you excited to be on the podcast today?
I'm so excited.
Lovely.
This is going to be so fun, and it'll be nice to just get a few opinions out there.
Yeah. I heard you have your own podcast, the Looks and Lemonade podcast.
Yes, I do. Please go check it out if you haven't watched it already.
The link will be in the description.
Thank you,
Definitely
Jake.
check it out. Okay, next up we have professional man model Jim Grinder. Look at him with his glasses. Caleb Jeff.
Thank you, Jake. Thank you so much for getting me on.
Yeah.
I'm loving it.
He also has your own podcast, don't you?
I have my own podcast, the Working Hard or Hardly Working podcast, named by the man himself, Jake Sussex. He named my podcast. I just did it just before this. Go check it out now. It's up live.
JakeSusLive. And finally, last but not least, we have professional guitar player Raphael.
Yeah, hello Jake, you alright?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing alright. I'm glad to be here as well. I feel really honoured to be here, Jake. No lie.
We all do, to be fair. It's nice to be asked.
I love hearing it. Okay, so if you're wondering why we're here, today we're going to talk about 3 important topics and discussing the best things to do. So our 3 topics are friendships, toxic relationship situations, and estranged relationships from parents. Also, on this podcast, because it is live streamed on the JakeSus YouTube channel, we have a live chat, so you guys can get involved. You guys can put in your opinions. I will be reading the chat during this live stream. So make sure to ask some questions, get involved, say hi in the chat. Boom, boom, boom. Right. Okay, here we go. So starting off with friendships. Now, let's think about this. Your friends, let's say they have a group chat without you, and they you have a big group, 10, 12 friends. They plan a day, they have their own group chat, and yeah, they just go out somewhere without you knowing, and you just find out on the day. You just think, wow, friends.
Friends.
Yeah. What do you think about that? Yo, friends, what's going on? Anyway, what do you think about people that plan things without you and just don't hang out with you without you letting you know?
I think they're not true friends. My 100%. Friends, I haven't got very many friends that do that to me. Maybe you have, Jake. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I had a group chat with like 20 friends.
Maybe you have to have a declutter, Jake.
Mate, declutter your friends.
Yeah.
I was like that. I had I had probably like 12 friends, and I'd say they were pretty good friends. And then I realised, are they really that good friends of mine? Yeah. And then like Chloe said, declutter, and I've narrowed it down to only a few really good friends, and those are the people I stay in contact with now. If they messed up and they didn't keep me in a chat with them, or didn't add me to a chat, or didn't go out with me, then I'd think something's up. But then I'd probably confront them about it. But they're good friends, they would invite me out.
Yeah, I think mine overall are good friends, but because my friend group is like so massive, I speak to some people in my friend group more than others, like way more some. Yeah, but let's say your friends make up some crappy excuse like, oh, we forgot to add you to this group chat, or we were going to tell you, but we didn't think you were interested. What do you say about that?
They're not real.
They're fake.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I wouldn't even bother at that point.
Yeah, you would
fake,
just find new friends.
Even if you think that like they are true friends, or like they thought, you know, there's planning an activity and they didn't think you want to go, it's always nice to be asked. So I feel like no one knows you that well. You could have a change of heart. You might like want to spice up your life a bit. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, you've got to kind of put it into perspective and be like, well, are they actually thinking of me, or are they just ditching me and then trying to cover their tracks? Because at the end of the day, it's their loss if they lose out on you as a friend. There's only one of you, so.
Yeah. Have you guys ever had anything like that happen before?
I haven't.
I'll say I have.
A little bit. I used to go to Civic and I left, and basically all my friends like used to go there, and they made a new group chat without me in it, which I thought was a bit unfair just because I'd moved colleges. Because obviously like they was talking about stuff in college, but it was still a bit mean, like to just remove. It was just a bit mean. But I'm not really friends with them anymore. I haven't got any hard feelings. But you move on, and you do find your real friends in situations like that. And it's always the ones who will like back you up, that you know are, like will stand by you. Yeah,
and definitely when you finish school, that takes into like a great effect of friendships, because that's when you find out your true friends rather than people you just talk to in school. And it's the same with like college or jobs, anything. Do you guys agree?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I feel more appreciated in college rather than what I felt in secondary.
Yeah, I agree.
I think it's because we're like more mature now, so.
Yeah, more growing up. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Now another situation where I think friends just beat L's, which I sort of know some people that this happened to. Yeah, massive L's.
L.
Big L. But for those that don't know the sort of L's, it's just like, you know, people just not being good friends. I know that's just me being a younger generation idiot. But yeah. Anyway, more importantly, so let's say your friends, you're out with your friends, right? Let's say you're at Adventure Island. Let's say they say you're just with one of your friends here. Let's just say, oh, I'm going to the toilet. I'll be back in a minute, and they like walk off. Really? No. But let's.
Does that happen to you?
No, not necessarily me. I'm just saying it's quite common. It's no.
Is it?
I think.
No.
I think it is.
What would I do if that happened? Did you say?
No. Let me continue. Let's say they're going to the toilet, or they're going to get some food, and you're just like, wait here. They're just like waiting. You're like, all right, and then you're just standing around, and you're there for an hour, and they just don't come back like ever. So what do you do in that situation? Do you just go home? Do you message them?
I think I'd go to Southend Airport and see whether they were there on a plane. But no, I feel like if they ditch you, again, it's like they don't respect the fact that they've told you that they're going to be back. But I wouldn't, if it got to an hour, I'd just think, oh, well, I'm here now. So I'd probably go on the rides by myself, but that's just because I'm there. But that is like a very bad or annoying situation to be in. But again, it gives me the impression that they're trying to ditch you. Like, that they don't want to be around you, they don't like your company, so.
Raphael, any thoughts?
Knowing myself, I probably would check the toilets if they went toilet, right? If they're not there, then I'm probably going home as well. I'm not going to waste my time looking around.
Yeah.
For someone who doesn't want to be.
It would have to be I'd have to care about the person a lot and be a serious amount of time to actually check the toilets, because, like, literally, this is probably going to sound really weird for this podcast, but, like, literally, if someone else walks into a public toilet, even though I'm just doing my own thing, I just still feel awkward. Like, that just weirds me out.
What do you mean, like in the cubicle?
I'm loving it.
You're loving it. Okay, buddy. Anyway.
What is going on?
Moving on. We've got to stay serious. Now, let's say you message them on your phone. You know how it goes. You message someone. You'll call someone afterwards. They just leave you undelivered. They don't answer your call. Now, there's two ways you can think about this. You can either think, oh yeah, they're just L's, or something could have happened to them. What do you assume?
What was it, Jake?
So, So you message them on your phone. You're like, yo, bro, what's going on? Where you gone? And they just don't respond. You call them, they don't answer.
Oh, if they're like, air you.
Yeah, leave or delivered.
Well, there's no point finding them. You might as well just go
Yeah,
home.
you might
Just
as well just
go
do what
home.
you're doing, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That is fair enough.
What did you do, Jake?
Yeah, I mean, I'd probably just be a bit annoyed and go home. I'd probably just maybe message them in a couple of days saying, "Oh yeah, I haven't forgotten. But yeah.
Keep messaging them, you know.
Yeah, it's just sad how certain friends can end, and yeah, I haven't had a situation, but I feel like one day it might happen. You never know. Anyone in chat got any prime time now? Got any situations like this before? So you can also have friendships end similar to relationships, like relationships as in like love relationships, and oh yeah, people have had that before. They can just be similar because you can have some crappy argument that ain't even that deep, and it can just all go to, I don't even know, they can just all go to end and never see them again, blocks on every social media. Oh dear. Now, I've had a actual story situation quite recently actually. Now, this is, so this is quite recently. This is one of my dad's mates' sisters. I'm not going to say real name. I'm just going to call her Carol. But so Carol she lives in Watford. She's dating this boy called Lennon. Let's call this boy Lennon. And now Lennon is really abusive and quite verbally abusive to Carol. And Lennon, now in this year, Lennon was planning on going on holiday for a week. And Carol was just worried. Now, keep in mind, Lennon and Carol have 2 kids. So it's very
like
bad look on
serious
the...
then,
This is very serious. It looks very bad on the kids because, you know, they've got parents that are just arguing with each other. And, it's just not going well. And Carol needs a break. So what Carol has arranged while Lennon's on the holiday is to like move out of the to get Carol's brother to help move out of the house. Just get away. But then because Carol's so scared of Lennon, like she just can't do it. Like with him knowing. So this is all going to effect. He's going on holiday for a week. Now the only problem is that Lennon's mates and the neighbours are still around. So they could find out, tell Lennon could come back all pissed, get himself in a lot of trouble. While Carol's just trying to get her life out, get out.
Yeah.
What are your
down in
thoughts?
Chinatown.
It's a very long story, but what are your thoughts? What would you do in this situation? I'm sorry, it's a bit long.
I reckon if I was Carol, I don't know really, because she's got the kids as well. Surely she wants to leave the guy.
Yeah, if I was Carol, I'd contact the police.
Yeah, or
best option really.
Yeah, or contact, if she's a bit worried, would contact the police. She can definitely go to therapy, or in my opinion, she should speak. I mean, I know.
Well, why would she need to go to therapy?
Yeah, I think the other guy needs.
Okay, well, maybe if she was a bit stuck in what to do, then maybe she go to therapy. But also, talk to her friends. And
there's different agencies and stuff. Like you don't have to go to.
I don't think she's going to go to therapy right away. She's going to need to get out of that relationship.
That's what
Especially,
I think that's the
especially if
first
she's getting
step.
beaten as
That's
well.
what I'm saying. Like abusive.
Keep in mind, she's not being like beaten like this. She's just getting like verbally abused, getting bossed around the house.
Slaps
She's
there.
Maybe a bit. Maybe I don't know his full story because I don't live with them. But this is according to what my dad told me. Shout out Paul.
You're not Lennon, are you?
No, I'm not. I'm not.
I'm just making sure. And Carol some girl. Kids are extra.
There's different agencies which you can go to. like of how to deal with situations like that, especially when you got kids. They'll give you advice. So she doesn't necessarily. I don't think she needs to go to therapy unless obviously that's like an after thing that she needs to.
Yeah.
But I would say that Carol needs to kind of, because you don't know whether the abuse is going to be passed on to the kids, and you don't know whether when the kids grow up they're going to see obviously how Carol and Lennon were acting. They might also adapt traits.
Take the same actions
of the dad.
Yeah, and then use it against each other, which isn't good.
Yeah, it's a situation where it could either go really good or like could go really bad, because Lennon could find out and it could all go down. He could get arrested, 5-year prison sentence, and
it wouldn't be ideal for him, would it?
No, it wouldn't be ideal.
Maybe Lennon needs some time in the pen.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just feeling a bit sleepy. You don't know how he's feeling.
It's been happening for a long time.
Yeah, so Lennon needs to go down, bro.
Yeah, Lennon.
He needs to get put down.
He's a dodgy geezer, as they say.
Is he?
Yeah.
Is he a big fella?
I don't know. I've never met him. Again, this is just a story that my
he's got
dad
a
has told
beard.
me.
Really?
He could do. He could do.
Does he have a street name?
I don't know. Again,
Lennon's the
Big
street.
L.
his real life name is not Lennon. I'm just using.
That's
it.
the street name.
Wait, what's his wife's name?
In this story, Carol. That's not a real life name.
Carol. Okay.
Carol.
Right.
Yeah. Now, yeah. So, 1 second. Just need to sort out a few bits. Now, if people in the chat are going through a toxic relationship, now let's say you personally are in a toxic relationship, and this time it's actually physical abuse. Now, yeah, it's a bit violent, but this is a serious podcast. But who do you go to first? What do you do first? If all else fails, what do you do? So on.
I think I'll just leave immediately if I was in a toxic relationship.
Yeah.
But let's say the person keeps like stalking you. They
Sorry.
they won't leave you alone. They're trying to invade your house. Not necessarily like that, but
And as the plot thickens, now they're invading the house.
Then I'll call the police. That's trespassing.
Yeah. No, look, I've been in toxic relationships in the past. I mean, I've never had a house invasion before, but you know what I've done? I couldn't get out of it. I was stuck in a toxic relationship. I couldn't get out of it because it seemed like I was always getting the blame put on me, and that was one of the worst parts. I couldn't get the blame. Every time it was their fault, I was getting the blame for their actions. Which sounds really weird, but they'd somehow manipulate it so it seemed like it was my fault. So I always felt like I was in the wrong and never had like the balls to get out the relationship. I was tied in. If stuff like this was happening to me, I had a good thing with me. I had like an escape route of it because some stuff went down. But if I'm just the average person I want to leave, I think the best thing to do is talk to your friends first. Be like, all right, this has been going on. If it gets to the point of trying to go to your house and stalk you, definitely contact some services. But if they're just really abusive to you and that, and then it's just going a bit downhill, then you got to get out of it as soon as possible. Just go about your life. Just say to them, look, I don't want to speak to you anymore. I do not want to speak to you anymore. And if they can't take it, that way, then I don't. You got to think of other ways.
You got to
what
get the
Caleb
police
said,
involved.
I think it's important to also speak to the person that you're in a relationship with, and if they still act the same way, then this is better off leaving.
Okay, quickly before we move on, we are going to play a little quick game of okay or not okay.
Yes.
Okay.
My favourite.
Not okay.
So how this game's going to work, I'm going to describe like a little something in a relationship. It's not going to be that deep. And you're going to decide, both the chat and my special guest, if it's okay or not okay.
What?
Okay, the first one is if the person you're in a relationship with kisses you without your consent.
You're in a relationship, Jake. Kissing you without consent doesn't.
I think that's okay.
Yeah,
That's okay.
it's fine. I'd say it's okay.
Okay, I mean, I'd say it's fine, but like, maybe if you're like doing it a bit too much, you might ask to stop, like, chill out.
I mean, if it's every minute, I haven't got time to breathe.
Oh, yeah.
That's not okay.
Yeah, true. I need my space.
Brilliant. Another one is if you're messaging them to meet up and they're making excuses like, oh, can't do this date, can't do this date. Okay or not okay?
If they are excuses, if they're reasons, then they're reasonable. But if they are excuses, then it's not okay.
Yeah,
Because obviously they should just be honest.
Yeah, but it's like over and over again. Do you like end the relationship? It depends how much you are.
I'd probably talk to them about it.
Yeah.
If they're really that busy, then
Yeah,
it's fine.
if they're a busy person, then
Your live chat, get your thoughts in.
Yeah, if they're a busy person, you can't really.
you can't really do anything about that.
Yeah.
If they're constantly busy,
Just gotta
there's
let
no
them
point
do what they have to
no
do.
point being in the relationship. But if they're genuinely not wanting to see you, so no, once again, why are you in a relationship with someone that doesn't want to see you?
Yeah.
And if you know what, I know some people don't like to go out all the time and do things, but I think you got to make the effort once in a while.
Yeah, like if they're genuinely busy and like they work or whatever, as long as they're still putting in effort and wanting to see you and actively reassuring you with that, then I don't.
Yeah, but it's not even about the thought of making the effort. It's the thought of being with that person that matters really.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, next one is, now, let's say you're out and about walking through town centre and the person you're in a relationship with is like overly looking at your privates. Okay or not okay?
I think you need to get home.
No, bro, Jake, where are you coming up with this stuff, man?
Wait. When you say, do they make it obvious when they look?
So they like, let's say this sheet of paper is their privates. they're like doing like this.
Oh, okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna be going looking at them, going, and then I'm gonna be going, looking down, going, hold on a minute.
Are you okay?
I'm gonna be looking at them. I'm thinking, what are they looking at? You know what I mean? I'm like, have I pissed myself? Or they could be looking
I was
at
going to say,
anything.
I'd hope you'd be clothed. Like,
Yeah,
you're
they're
walking in the
clothed.
high
They're obviously
street.
clothed.
Oh yeah,
They're obviously clothed.
Best situation, just go home and yeah.
Just go home.
Best thing to do is look at them and be like, if they're like looking at you while they're doing it, then I guess it's like indicator, you know what I mean? But if they're just looking at it out of the blue, you're a bit like, hold on a minute, why are you? We're trying to get at you, you know?
Okay. Final one. This one's a bit more mature. You buy them stuff and they don't say thank you.
Oh my god,
That's
I
really
hate
bad.
this. I hate this so freaking much.
Do you?
Like seriously, I buy people. If I like someone, I will buy them the world, right? If they don't say thank you or a simple thanks or acknowledge it, it boils me. Like my blood boils because I work hard, right? I could spend that money on myself, but I choose to spend it on you. So you should say thank you. That is a complete. I tell you, if I bought someone something that didn't say thank you, I'd think about ending it.
I think
Because
it would be worse if you made someone something
yeah.
and then they didn't say thank you
Oh
as well.
yeah.
I mean, same with if you buy them something and they don't say thank you. Like even if it's just a friend, you buy them something to eat and they don't say thank you and they don't pay you back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's bad.
another one similar to this. I got one more. They like never buy you dinner. Say you have like 10 dates, you have to buy the dinner all the 10 times. They never offer to buy it.
Yeah.
Okay or not okay?
I mean, it's if they offer, it's just a nice offering. I don't mind paying for it. It's a nice offering if they do say they will do it. But if they just don't say anything, they expect it every time. That's bad.
Can't let them get to that point.
No, but I got a thing. The other day I was out with someone, and then so I paid for her food. She didn't want me to, but I'm a nice person. So then afterwards I go, and then she didn't say thank you for it. She just kept complaining, saying to me, just take my money, and I was just like,
That's
I
outrageous.
was just a bit like, just like I feel really bad that you paid for it, and there was no thank you, just constantly just take my money.
Yeah, and then she might have went home and said, "Oh, I have to pay for everything whenever I go out with."
Man.
I think that like I'll always offer. I don't really like letting people pay. Like I'll always do 50.
Yeah, same. I don't.
I just kind of go with the vibe, but I'll always offer. I never like. I'll always have money with me.
I think you should offer to at least split half of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the fairest way.
Yeah. It's the fairest way. or at least like 30% if it's like.
Oh, we're not going to maths.
Yeah.
50%.
Yeah, I felt.
Okay, 50.
Fair enough.
I mean, like it's like not reasonable, just okay. Okay. Yeah, I apologise that the question caused a bit of weirdness. It was not intended. I was just thinking of the spot for questions. I thought it was a good question.
It's fine. It really sent me into shock. But
Yeah,
it's all right.
I would have never thought about it, but
No.
now that I have,
I'm going to be quite wary of that.
yeah,
I think,
same.
in the high street.
I'm going to be woke.
Check on people that they're not looking at. Okay. Right, moving on. Moving on. I'm sorry about the chat, but lastly, strained relationships with parents. Do you guys know of any parents, not necessarily yours, that have had a bit of a dodgy relationship?
With each other?
Yeah.
Or of you with your parents?
No, it can be like you parent, like not necessarily your parents, like anyone, any sort of parents. It'd be like your uncle's parents or even grandparents.
Can you repeat the question? I'm not getting it.
Like, have you seen any parents have like a bad relationship with each other? Like, not necessarily your parents.
Yeah, sure. I've seen that.
I've seen it on the street all the time.
Yeah.
On the street, yeah. I tell you what, I've heard outside my house.
Really?
Just like parents, just like, oh, I haven't got 6-year-old James his football kit. And I'm like, mate, shut up. I'm trying to just live my life at home.
It's not so loud. It's like people that speak on the
Tell you
phone
what,
really loud.
My neighbours, I was trying to sleep at 12:30, and my neighbours were arguing until 2 o'clock in the morning. They argue all the time late at night,
Mad.
and it's really bad.
Oh my God.
This old woman, she keeps going, no, and then this man starts smashing things. It's really scary.
Wow.
So
That's awful.
my mum might have thought of contacting someone, so I'll keep you updated about that, Jake.
Wow. Thank you. Yeah, but losing your relationship with parents can make someone really sad and just depressed, worried about their life. But what do you try and do to try and get your parents back on positive terms with each other?
I think you could show them that you had a perfect, nice life when. Sorry, I just went on a bit. I don't know.
No, it's good. It's cool.
No, I don't know actually. I was going to say how things were before when they were all together, and then you've got the children, right?
Like focus on the positives rather than the negative.
100%.
Yeah, if you just show them that you just are appreciative of what they,
and
maybe if they are do want to leave, I guess you just got to be like.
You've got to be there for each of them, independently.
Yeah.
Try all you can, but sometimes stuff just happens, man. You can't fix everything.
100%. We are running out of time, so I'll just be quick on this. But a main things that people can be trying to estranged their parents are falling out over money. Money's definitely a big one.
Yeah, 100%.
Abuse, not being supported by them, just similar to money really. But there are many ways that you can get serious help in both relationships and estranged relationships from parents. I have a few websites for relationships, which I forgot to mention earlier. There's a website called Act It Now UK, which is a site that is good for healthy relationships for teens. So if teens, you're struggling, you're getting cheated on, look at this website. It gives you the best advice on God.
Oh wow!
Wow,
It's amazing.
Okay, that is the end of the podcast for today. Next episode, we will be joined by a couple more special guests. I'll be joined by Dixie Headford,
ASI,
Esther Eiley,
Wakey Wines.
Ben Marshall, and Hayden French. Okay. They will all be joining me next week, so stick around this time
That's
next
a
week.
multiverse.
I appreciate Chloe Wade, Caleb Jeff, Raphael for coming on. Hope you guys enjoyed your little
I
experience.
did. Thanks,
Thank you,
Jake.
Jake.
Yep, and
I love you, Jake.
oh, thanks.
Oh,
That is the end of the podcast with me,
Why
Jake
would you say
Sussex, JakeSusLive. Check out my Twitch, JakeSusLive. Whoa!
Yeah.
I'll see you guys next time.
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know.